quick live today. I got to eat something in a little bit. I did all shoulder press today. All front shoulder press. Good accessory for the bench. Feels good. Shoulders have got good pump. Front shoulders important to have strong front shoulders, especially in the bottom part of the. Very important. I had kind of weak ones. They're getting stronger, but it's still a weak point of mine. I went up to 250 for a single, and I did 185 for 10, 225 for 5, which was a real struggle. The reps weren't the best on the 225 one. They weren't the best. They weren't the best quality ones, but hey, first time I've done it in years. But welcome everybody to my channel, Allan powerlifting. Just going to do a quick live tonight. I got to go eat, I did a shitload of sets of press. I did, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 sets of front presses. Hey, Hugo, how you doing? I had 11 sets of front presses. I started off with 2 sets with just the bar. Front seated presses, 90 pounds sets, just a bunch of reps. I don't know how many I did reps. 2 sets of 135, or the one plate on each side. 1 set of 225 for 5. I put a 5 on it, 335 for a single. Then I put 245, 210s on each side, 245 pounds for a single. And then I went up to 250. I did a single with that. Those are 2 personal records of mine. I haven't done much of this exercise at all. I'm very, very untrained on the front shoulder press. Very, very untrained, but it's getting stronger, And that's good. Take it easy. Tomorrow I'm gonna do a little painting on the front. I trained days in a row, bench one day. I did yesterday, this day, today. 11 sets of front all total. That's all my warm-ups. 185 front press. Hey, hello, Marina. Am I saying that right? Jenissa. Hi, how are you? Welcome to my channel. I did shoulders tonight, like I was saying. 11 sets of front presses. That's a good front accessory for a powerlifter for the bottom part of the bench, to get it off the chest. The first part of the bench press. It's very important to have strong shoulders. And I was starting to get weaker shoulders. I haven't done this exercise very much. Or worked my shoulders hard enough since I started in my late 40s. Very important. I was starting to get weak off the chest on the bench. Tricep. It's all triceps from halfway up to locking it out. Pretty much all triceps there. I'm gonna have to start doing a lot more tricep work because now I have long arms. You need to have strong triceps also. So basically, the bench press, front shoulders on the bottom. You gotta have strong shoulders from the chest to about halfway up. Getting that power off the chest. You want to have strong front shoulders. And then the rest of it, your triceps pretty much take over. Of course, the chest is working. The chest is working mostly 2/3 from the bottom to about 2/3 up. It's chest too, of course. You're working your chest. Hello, Europe, YouTube. How's it going? So that's basically it today. I did 11 sets of front shoulders. Tomorrow I'm going to take the day off. And then I got to do squats on Friday. Squats will be on Friday. I just started doing lower body again yesterday. I'm sorry. Last Friday was my first time squatting. And I went up to 435 on the squat, which is nothing for me, really. Deadlifts are pretty much, I went up to 425 because of my injury I got. Yeah, it's going to be a short live stream. I gotta eat. I feel, a little lightheaded because I'm hungry right now from training. Yeah, I had one guy I just blocked on. He says lame. It's usually people that they don't. Most of the time, they don't have any videos on their channel. They're called trolls. They're trolls. That's all. They come on your channel and they try to put you down because they don't. They've never accomplished anything in their week. I don't feel so bad about. I'm 57 years old. There's not many people that can do a front 250 at 57 years old. That I know of. Size. I've done 315 for 13 reps. There's not too many 57-year-olds that have done that, and not too many 57-year-olds that squat 535 in competition, 3 white lights from the judge. So it doesn't matter what anybody says to me on here because there's not very many. The proof is in the pudding. It shows on my open powerlifting. I'm number 2 ranked for push-pull for my age group and my weight. For push-pull, raw. Push-pull is deadlift and bench. And I have several different record 2 federations. I could do U.S. powerlifting. I could break a lot of their records if I just have to join it and find a meet that's near me to do it. State records, those are easy. Sometimes they're uncontested state records, But anyways, how's everybody doing tonight? Another day of sobriety for me, over 10 years and 6 months. I don't know anything about SARMs. I would say steroids, anything in moderation. Not what those guys are doing in bodybuilding today, the open competitors. They're dropping like flies. But it's not just the steroids that they're taking, it's also the insulin is a killer in the bodybuilding field. Insulin, and also them dropping all that weight so quick and taking all those drugs to drop the weight, the water. No, I've never done them before. I never, even if I did do them, I wouldn't talk about it on here because they're illegal in this country. And you don't think all it takes is for you to say I do them and I get them and all that on here. And you get someone pissed off and they call the FBI or call the police on you. So no, I don't talk about what anybody's done on this state. If you want to talk about steroids, there's plenty of YouTube channels out there. There's one doctor that'll talk to you about it. About steroids. This is not that channel though. So yeah, never come on here and talk about what cycle you're on, if you're doing it or not. Don't do that on here. Not a good idea. This one guy I know did that shit in the late 90s when the internet was coming around, and he had the fucking FBI busted his door down, and he ended up doing a year in prison. SARMs, I don't know. I don't know anything about that shit. I wouldn't try something like that. There's not enough research on it. Yeah. I told you I don't talk about that. If you get it from a doctor legally, that's fine. You can talk about it, your experiences on it. Yeah. But I will add that I'm all for the TRT, testosterone replacement therapy. As you get older, I'm 100% behind that. Yeah, it's legal, and whatever makes you have a better life. We're all gonna die. Come on, let's face it. What are they? Old Father Time has never lost. He's undefeated. Old Father Time, he's undefeated. And you want to enjoy the time you have on Earth. So if you get in your 50s, 60s, even 40s or whatever, and you get your testosterone tested. Plenty of clean things like creatine. Yeah, do that, man. Do that. You don't need to be doing that, I mean, if you want to, do it in moderation. That's all I can say, And don't go talking about what you're doing on the internet either. Don't do that, I'm telling you. Unless you want to go to prison. It's just as illegal as heroin, I'm telling you. It is. If you buy it off the street or whatever, it's just like buying heroin if you get caught. But yeah, if you want to get on TRT, that's I'm all for it. You know, you got to enjoy your life. It's on, especially you got low T. I don't have low testosterone. I don't have it. Uh, if you get it tested and it's low, you're not going to have a very enjoyable life. I know that for a fact. I know people that have low T. You know. But yeah, like I said before, don't go blabbing about it, not whatever you do on here. On the internet, that's for sure. Yeah, there's plenty of there's channels on here that'll talk about it, what to do, and discourage you from. Don't. I wouldn't do tren if I was you. I've heard enough about doing trenbolone. Don't bother with that shit unless you know it's unless you want to be 6 feet under real young. You know. Don't fuck with that shit. Stay away from the. I would stay away from doing any of the orals for long periods. You fuck your liver up, you know. Fuck your liver up. The Anadrol 50 and the D-ball. Dude, don't do it too long term if you're gonna do that. If you're gonna do it, probably stick with just testosterone. You know, and not a fucking shitload of it either. You don't need it. That's all I'm going to say about it, you know. How many people are out there? These kids today, though, man, 18, 17, 16 years old, they never train naturally. They just go right on fucking on the juice. And then they wonder why they're burnt out in their early 20s, you know. And their fucking health is fucked. Just like that fucking guy, the internet guy there, Sam Sewell or whatever. That guy ain't gonna live past 35, just like Boston Lloyd. He's lucky if he makes it past 35, 40 years old, you know. He's lucky if he makes it past 40. Yep. Just like all those 5%ers, those guys. I knew those guys were gonna kick the bucket before they hit 40 or 40. What's his name was 46, I think. Especially that guy, that foolish guy, what was his Goliath or whatever? That guy Goliath, what an idiot that guy was, man. He pretty much committed suicide, you know? He thought he was going to get that big and not have any problems. A fucking idiot. I remember seeing him 10 years ago, you know, not 10, about 5 years ago. Yeah. All the bootlickers were saying how fucking great he looked. It was all synthol, all that oil. Absolutely enormous, full of oil, man. So full of that. Don't inject that synthol, whatever you do, into your arms and shit. That shit is toxic, man, to your body. Don't ever do that shit. And it looks like shit anyways, you know. Yeah, I thought Rich Piana was funny and all that, but he looked like shit in my opinion. He couldn't do a double bicep pose because of all that oil he had in his arm, you know. So that's my advice. Don't do that oil. That's about all I'll say on it, you know. And that guy Goliath was an idiot. You know, don't be a follower. Don't be a follower. Do your own thing, you know. Do your own thing. If you like powerlifting, powerlift. If you like bodybuilding, I wouldn't suggest you compete in the open because you're gonna end up fucking your body up, you know. Fucking yourself up, you know. Yeah, just do a little lifting, you know. I compete. I've done 20 competitions, 20-0 in competitions. Since I was 51 was my first one. I'm 57 now. It's been a while. That's been 6 years, I think. Has it been 6? Yeah. Yeah, my first competition was about a month right before the pandemic hit. Pandemic hit. Yeah, that was my mission in 2001. Was it 2001? Yeah. Was that 2001 or 2000 when the pandemic hit? No, it was 2000. Okay. So it's been 7 years now, I think. 2001. I'm losing track of time. Yeah, my first competition, It was a beginner meet. It still shows up though. It was still it was still a sanctioned meet, so it'll show up forever on Open Powerlifting. First one I ever did. I opened up with the lowest I ever did on bench. I think it was 350, and I went to 335, and then I did 350 on the bench. My first one. Yeah, it was 51, I think. 51 or 50. I know I was in the 50 to 55 class, though. And then the deadlift I was real weak on, man. I just opened up with 405. I hadn't been trained. My friend talked me into doing it, the first one I ever did. And I just opened up with 405. And then I think I went to I don't even remember what I went to, 425 or something stupid like that. And then I ended up with, I think, 450 in the end of the day, 450 pounds. That was my first one. The second one I did was very disappointing. Very disappointing. I opened up with the 5 pounds more on the bench, 320. That was no problem. Then I wanted to beat that 350 by just 5 pounds, you know. And I've been training the whole time. It was in August. The pandemic was hot and heavy. And I could not bench for 355. It would not go up. So my second attempt was with 3 red lights. Third attempt. So I ended up getting stuck with my lowest bench ever, 320. Really disappointed. The deadlift, I went 3 for 3 with the deadlift. I think I didn't quite get 500 yet. I think it was 475 or something like that. Then the next one I did, I ended up deadlifting an RPS record. There's plenty of clean things. I read that already. I ended up deadlifting a record of for the RPS of I think 540. So my deadlift went up well over 50, 60, 70 pounds or something like that. My deadlift went up pretty high. The bench, I was still stuck at 350. I tried, I opened up, I don't even remember, 335 or something. Then went to 350. And I couldn't press 355. And then the next one I did, it was kilogram plates. It was at the Larry Pacifico Challenge in Ohio. And I deadlifted. I broke my record by 0.2 pounds or something like that because it was kilogram with 540.1 or something crazy like that. And the bench was another disappointment. Opened up, I forgot what I opened up with, 335 or 330. Went up to 342, did that, and I failed with 352. I could not get past 350. The next one I did was for the first one for the APA. That's when I finally broke out of that 350. In 4 of them, was it 4 of them? 1? Yeah, 1, 2. 4 of them in a row, I couldn't get anything over 350. 4 in a row. And then the 5th one, I ended up benching 370. And I think I deadlifted 550 or something like that. And squatted almost 500, not quite 500. I really broke out on the next one with a 380 bench. I think 580 deadlift and a 525 squat. That was my breakout meet, you know. That's it. Nobody's really talking much tonight. I'm going to go eat anyways. Everybody have a blessed evening. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.